welcome to the final rally. We are here at Dobsonville where the DA is hosting its final rally for the 2019 election. My name is Leon Mpiti and I'm the National DA Youth Leader. As you can see, the energy is crazy. We're having fun. And of course, we are saying as young people, we are choosing the DA come 2019, come 8th of May. That is what we want. That is the government we are deciding on. Because as young people, we are tired of not having jobs. We are tired of not being able to have access to education. We are tired of being at home and relying on our parents to survive. So we are saying, as young people, we are choosing change and we are choosing the DA. But what I want to do now is just speak to some of the young people here and hear why they want to vote for the DA. So let's start. Molo Siswam Munjani? Bandi Kamayak? Siswam, why are you voting for the DA? And there you have it. People want change, and change that actually means something for them. That is why people are here gathered at the stadium to understand what is the offer, what is the DA offering. We are calling out all our members, all South Africans, to choose the DA on the 8th of May. So let's see who else we can speak to. Come here, my brother. How are you? So, Mbani Kamalako Putwam. Putwam, why are you choosing the DA on the 8th of May?
Because it's wanted to make a better changes in our lives. Yeah, that's why I need to unite with this DA.
So, again, change is what is needed. As young people, we are tired of an ANC that's not working for us. That is why we are choosing an alternative now that will see young people. But let's see what's happening behind me right now. There we go. Guys, who are we voting for? Viva DA, viva! There we go. So, Siswam Mjani?
Nikona Minjani.
What's your name, Siswam, and why are you voting DA?
I'm coming from Collins Chabani municipality, as you can see. Malamlele cluster. I'm voting for fairness now. I'm voting for a government that will give us jobs, a government that will stop the corruption. We want change. Viva DA, viva!
Viva! Hey!
Viva DA, viva! Viva! We vote DA. ANC is out! Run ANC, run! Run ANC, run! Selector, Selector, I'm going to say, house music, now we are dancing. Boss!
Welcome back to the National DA Rally, the final rally of 2019. On the 8th of May, we are going to elections and we are saying to all South Africans, choose the DA, choose a government that sees people, that hears people, and indeed that tells people that they matter. We are here as South Africans because we love South Africa. We believe in South Africa. We are choosing South Africa. When you choose the DA, you choose South Africa. So we are excited. As you can see, the energy is amazing. We are also excited. Everybody's dancing. So let's maybe speak to a few more people as well. Here's Mama. Molo Mama.
Hello, baby.
Unjani Mama?
You're another guy.
Diapila, Mama, why are you voting for the DA?
Hey, get me like a mother. My money, I take a roller. I will not
Allah, Allah. And that is our mother, a mother of our country. She is choosing the DA for her kids and for her family. But let's see who else. Here's my brother here. He's not wearing a DA t-shirt. So let's find out. Where's your DA t-shirt, my brother?
I'm Alitimani from Zaneni under 128. I'm a team leader. I want to vote DA. I want to see DA winning on the 8th of May.
And of course, if you want the DA to win, please don't forget to vote. Go out on the 8th of May, choose the DA, and make sure that you vote. So let's see. What's up, my brother? How are you?
I'm good, and yourself, my brother?
Tell us about why you're choosing the DA.
No, I want to vote DA just because I want to see a change in this country. We are tired of this corruption ANC. We want to take this country forward. DA is our last hope. We believe in DA.
There we go. DA is indeed the lost hope of young people, the lost hope of South Africa. So we are saying, reminding you, make sure you go cast your vote, because South Africa is in a race against time, and only you have the power to make sure that happens, that you choose the DA. So let's see who else is here. Who else haven't I spoken to? All right, go. Molo Sisi.
Hello.
What's your name and tell us why you're voting DA?
Promise Baloy from Limpopo at Mwamitwa. Now for the DA, Makakukara, Nabukunzan, ANC. ANC, I Nicky Mintir, I Nicky Madim, I enough Koraka Jakash, enough Kunkunza got the Malim, Lavanam, Lavanamat, Ekarako Batolana, Shiba, ANC Batolana, Shiba, Batolana, Shak, say Lava DA win and they don't win at Samba.
Allah. There we go. All right. Siswam, are you having fun today?
I'm Tebu from Tombin from College Chavan. I never put the DA because ANC. My number by him, look ANC, you should have some dander.
And there we have it. I'm going to cut back to the live action on stage. Thank you for joining us. Please stay tuned with us. We have the federal leader, Mmusi Maimane, delivering his speech to South Africa. Please tune in and stay with us. We're going back to stage.
Democrats are beautiful. We like it like moya. Garingarera. Yeah. Katika Shumela. Yeah. Can you go vote for a DA? Yes. Can you tell your neighbor? Yes. Go vote for a DA. Hallelujah. In the name of democracy. Hallelujah. Go vote for a DA. Amen. 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 Viva Maimane. Viva. Arriba this side. Halala, TA, halala. Halala. Let's keep quiet. Let's hear this side. Aye, TA. Let's come here. Halala, TA, halala. Let's go there. FIFA, TA, FIFA. Aye, guys, sleeping that side. FIFA, TA, FIFA. Halala, solid simanga, halala. Hey, democracy are beautiful, man.
Yes.
You look like people that are going to reject corruption on the 8th of May. You look like people that are going to reject Musasa on the 8th of May. You look like people that hate VPS looters. Halala, TA, halala. Amanda. FIFA, TA, FIFA.
Viva.
Democrats, I love you, we love you. Let's go and vote on the 8th. We're going door to door, house to house. Viva, TA, viva!
Viva.
Manda.
Soweto.
Cause Sekele Africa, may her glory be lifted high.
Heer as, hoor ons gebede. Bless us.
Cause Sekele Africa, may her glory be lifted high.
Heer as, hoor ons gebede. Bless us.
Protect us, you children.
Morena, Boloka.
Setšhaba sa heso. Intervene
And end all conflicts.
from the depths of our seas, over everlasting mountains, ringing out from our blue heavens, sounds the call to come together.
Nkosi, sikeleni Africa. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land. Amandla!
Fellow Democrats, people of Mozambique, welcome to the main event. Coming to you live from Dobsonville Stadium. Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the million watching on television, are you ready to rumble? Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Democrats, please welcome to the stage one of our young Democrats, born and bred in Welkom Free State. She was elected as the DA student SRC president at the University of Cape Town. She brought you Federal Congress and Team 1 South Africa launch. Now she will be live here in the heart of Soweto, the birthplace of the leader, to bring you Petrucho Rally. Director, Karabo Khaga.
My name is Karabo Lerato Khagau. Ke twadi ya mo Afrika ngwana na Mosotho ena re mukubu mama tata mathiberi kubu thabare karboy. Afrika borajumela. Welcome to the Democratic Alliance's 2019 final election rally. Whoop, Today, we close off our 2019 election campaign. And today, we remind South Africans of their choice to vote for a party whose manifesto is bedded on the principles of democracy. These are principles of freedom, the embracing of diversity, fairness, and equal opportunities to all. As we continue to live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land, may we be reminded that South Africa is a beautiful nation. May we be reminded that our country has boundless potential to be everything it should be. And this is why, in this election, united behind our leader Mmusi Maimane's vision of one South Africa for all, we yield the call to come together, and united we shall stand amandla. Ladies and gentlemen, as we enter into the final stretch of the election, let us continue to show South Africans that the DA is the only party for a united future, that the only party that has proven and can put the people first. Guided by the founding provisions of our Constitution, we shall continue to lay a foundation for a democratic and open society in which government is based on the will of the people. This is a government that is committed to freeing the potential and improving the quality of life of all citizens. Now, South Africans, let us make this election count. Let us go out there excited and bring about change. South Africa is nothing without its national anthem. Now, to officially open this event, may we all stand to attention for the national anthem. May all the gentlemen take off their hats off, rise to attention for the national anthem. Is known for his firm embrace of democracy, his firm embrace for diversity. Ladies and gentlemen, to officially close off our election campaign, please help me welcome onto the stage our federal chairperson, Dr. Ethel Trelle.
Hoi hoi, Ethel Trelle, hoi hoi! Viva Ethel Trelle, viva! Tata Ethel Trelle, tata!
Siyabulela tata. Siyabulela nam karabo molweni, goeiemôre, sanbonani, and a very good morning to you Democrats. Namhlanje siyanqoba. We are winning and ons gaan wen. The DA is going to surprise friend and foe on the 8th of May, and you're all going to be part of making history by bringing positive change and prosperity to the lives of millions of more South Africans across the country. Thank you for your enormous contribution to our election campaign. We are doing something that has never been done before in this country. We are building one South Africa for all. In this regard, our leader, Mmusi Maimane, has been described as being ahead of his time. And that makes him a visionary as far as I'm concerned, and just what South Africa needs.
He is building on the foundation of the leaders that came before him. This election is our last chance to save South Africa from the radical rhetoric and dangerous policies of political parties that seek to divide us on the basis of race. This madness, coupled with endemic unemployment and poverty, especially amongst our youth, is a recipe for revolution that we cannot afford. The ANC has stolen almost everything that they could from the state, and now they want to steal your money and future, prescribing where your retirement savings should go. The current government is making us poorer by the day. The DA, however, represents good government and has a plan for an economic growth revolution that will take this country forward and not backwards, and provide at least one decent job in every single family. Our children and future generations will never forgive us if we miss this opportunity to save South Africa. The DA has no equal when it comes to performance in government, and this fact alone means that where you live, where the DA governs, you will get better service delivery, because you will get 100 cents worth of value for every tax rand spent. Our position on zero tolerance towards corruption means akusoze ubone inkokeli namagosa we-DA bevela kwi-commission kaZondo noMogoro.
Yes! Yes!
En ons in die DA tree onmiddellik op teen ons verkose leierskap en amptenare waar daar enige aantuigings van korrupsie is. Al beteken dit dat hulle wegloop en nuwe partye stig wat teen ons sal probeer optree. We are prepared to sacrifice the relationship in order to preserve the principle of good government. Where the DA doesn't get enough votes to govern, you must know that your vote will get you the very best opposition in South Africa. Our performance in Parliament and the 8 legislatures where we don't govern is proudly unparalleled, and no other party has brought more accountability pressure to bear on the corrupt and ANC government than the DA. In the Western Cape, where we do govern, we will continue to govern and grow the economy and reduce unemployment because investors trust us and they have faith in the blueprint of our governance model and economic policies. And this means more prosperity for you. Where we are set to bring about change with new governments in Gauteng and the Northern Cape, you will immediately feel the difference of having a DA government. A provincial government in sync with DA-led cities and municipalities. Kuza kuqhumithulu apha eGauteng nase-Northern Cape. Ubomi benu uza kutshintsha, uza kuyiva inkqubela. Julle sal vir die heel eerste keer verdraagsaamheid, versoening en vooruitgang beleef. Daar is dus geen beter opsie as om DA te stem. I am voting DA on the 8th of May, and I'm inviting all of you and the rest of the country to do the same. Viva DA, viva! Viva! Viva DA, viva! Viva! Masiye genge ekamei, choba bukuka, enkosi.
Enkosi tata!
1994 was a great moment in our country's history. We were united, we had hope. We all shared the same dream of one South Africa for all. That dream has been hijacked, corrupted and sold out by the power-hungry and corrupt. They divide us with anger and hate. Corruption is killing our country. Those who have betrayed the struggle are the ones in power who have made themselves rich while the poor go hungry. This is not what we were promised. More empty promises, more unemployment. For 25 years, we have waited. We are moving backwards. The choice before us is simple. Either we make a change and move forward, or our dream dies. Only you have the power to bring change.
Development becomes possible. Whom I'm going to invite on stage right now is a young and powerful man. He is a leader of the youth in the Democratic Alliance. He is none other than Uluyolo Mpiti!
Lead, young man, lead! Hoi, hoi, Mr. Didikiwe, hoi, hoi!
Hey, hoi!
Viva DA, viva!
Viva!
Viva young people, viva!
Viva!
Viva Mmusi Maimane, viva! Viva! Molweni! Ndiyanibulisa. Igama nguliyolo Mpiti. Wakadebe mthimkhulu Bhungani. Thula lesilo. Isiqombe siqoba ngenkomo. Esiqonqombi ngemali. Ndithi molweni. Sidikiwe.
Yes!
Ndithi sidikiwe. Yes! I want to tell you about this word. Ndikhuliswe ngumama womXhosa. And umama, when she could no longer accept a particular behavior endlini, she would say, Didikiwe ngoku.
Nathi tata.
And when umama said that, I knew one thing, that behavior could no longer continue. So I want to use that word today. Sidikiwe yi-ANC. Yebo. Sidikiwe ngamasela. Sidikiwe kukuhlala endlini singenamsebenzi. As a young person, I feel obligated to remind South Africa and young people in particular of the purpose of the 8th of May. It is an appointment to remove a government that has forgotten young people. A government that has folded its arms and watched while millions of young people sit at home and do nothing. It is an appointment to remember Ulumka Mkhathwa, Michael Komape, who died in a pit toilet in this country because of an uncaring government. A government that has nothing to do or care with our young people. A government that has watched our kids learn under trees with no schools. A government that has forgotten the young people in the rural areas of Eastern Cape, the young people in KZN, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Northwest, Free State, Western Cape. Young people, it's time to take back your power and dignity. Young people are losing hope in this country. And I want to talk about hope. What is hope when you go to a tertiary institution and receive a qualification but cannot find a job? What is hope when you must rely on the pensions of your grandparents and SASSA just to survive a month? I wish to remind South Africa and young people in particular that it is not normal to have politicians who loot the country and not even spend a day in jail. It is not normal to have political parties appropriate the struggles of our mothers and fathers who are domestic workers while they go to Cubana wearing Gucci's on Friday. We see them. Siyababona, sithule nje. It is not normal for us to continue to vote for a government that has killed its miners, that has killed its mentally ill patients, that has killed jobs, that has killed the economy of South Africa. Askwazi! We cannot! The ANC is asking South Africa to forgive its mistakes. I want to say to the ANC that the facts don't care about your emotions. We have been failed by the ANC. The truth is, they greet us with pleasantries like, let us grow South Africa, they say. But they don't want to show us the true feeling. Their true feeling is fear. Because they pray that as young people we never wake up from despair. We never wake up from hopelessness and hatred. They pray we remain divided, hating each other on how we look. That's how they win. But on the 8th of May, we have a choice. And that choice is simple. It's either good governance or corruption. Jobs for young people or unemployment. Support for SMMEs or the collapse of small businesses. Justice or criminality. One South Africa for all or hatred. I feel obligated, young people. I feel obligated, young people. We must remind the VBS looters and Bosasa looters that their time is up. Sidikiwe.
Yebo tata. Yebo.
Sidikiwe. Puma ANC, Puma.
Puma.
Puma Satani, Puma. Asbafuni. Young people, remember on the 8th of May, choose a party that will see you, that will hear you, and that will tell you that you matter. Young people, the DA sees you. The DA hears you, and you matter. Amandla.
Awethu.
Amandla.
Awethu.
Kubi, 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 oh. Siyaya.
My fellow South Africans, our beautiful country has great potential, and we all want South Africa to succeed. My fellow South Africans, our beautiful country has great potential, and we all want South Africa to succeed. The DA is committed to building one South Africa for all by putting a job in every home. Where you have trusted us to govern, we're working hard to make life better for everyone. In the last year, DA governments have officially created over half of all new jobs in South Africa. We speed up basic service delivery by spending money meant for the people on the people. And we have zero tolerance for corruption. Support the DA and we'll bring honest and professional police, stop illegal immigration, and jail corrupt officials for 15 years. I'm Mmusi Maimane. On the 8th of May, join me and vote DA to put a job in every home and build one South Africa for all. Fellow South Africans, the road ahead of us is going to be difficult, but we have to walk it together. We may have different opinions, but we are not enemies. Black, white, colored, and Indian. We all share the same dream. One South Africa for all. The choice before us today is simple. Either we choose corruption, more empty promises, and go backwards, or we can vote for a government that can move us forward, that can get things done, and will put a job in every home. Today, we must do what is best for our country. Today, you have the power to vote for change. Let us give our children a better tomorrow. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
I'm still waiting for more energy. If we're gonna take over the Gauteng province, our energy should be the same. Let's try again. Gauteng, are you here? Yeah! Oi, oi! Ladies and gentlemen, the gentleman I'm about to introduce on stage is a man from humble beginnings. Ke mfanakazi wa Atteridgeville hona mona hae. Umadla yedwa. Libitso la hae ke Abutisoli Mmusi.
Chuma!
Gauteng, are you ready to win?
Yeah.
I can't hear you. Gauteng, are you ready to win?
Yeah.
I
I can feel the change in the air. Can you? Can you really feel it?
Yeah, bro.
I can feel the change that is coming, and it couldn't have come at a moment too soon, because we need the change and we need it desperately. We need change because after years of corruption in Gauteng, the victims of life as it demands its families and the survivors demand and deserve the change. And we demand it because our young people are unemployed and are becoming more and more unemployable at an alarming rate. We demand it because for the first time in South African history, our young people have a worse off perspective than what their parents have had. This is the legacy of an uncaring government and its leadership in a political space. That is what it has cost South Africa for the past 25 years to get themselves rich at the expense of the people. We demand change because when we switch on the lights at night, we expect there to be light instead of darkness. That is the result of an uncaring government that has put cadres first, that made sure that ESCOM collapses instead of making sure that we grow the economy. But more importantly, we demand this change that is coming because we know there is a better way. There is a better way. That is a DA government in Gauteng that will make sure that its first priority is to put a job in every home, and that we can deliver on that promise because we are already doing it where we govern. David Makura, we created 174,000 jobs. We say yes, we agree with you, but what he failed to then say is, of the 174,000 jobs that were created, 80% and more were created in DA-run municipalities. That is what he should have been telling the people. Where we govern, companies invest in creating jobs because investors know that the investments will not be wasted because of corrupt government looking for a cut. Rona rented the brown envelope. We're not asking for brown envelope. We say tenang investors, we roll out the red carpet. The better way is a DA government in Gauteng where service delivery is efficient, where citizens can count on an honest government that is on their side. The better way is a DA government that ensures that we provide cleanup and we ensure that service delivery is indeed a priority. How can I make this promise? I can because where we are already in government, South Africa, that's what we say in the DA government. It's time to turn around South Africa. After 25 years, you realize that you've been going the wrong direction. Let's stop the bus and the bus driver. Let's get into a new bus and make sure that we are moving forward. I can tell you that there is proof of an honest government of Herman Mashaba, of Mtata Stevens Mukhalapa, of Mayor Bongani Baloyi in Midval, where we are not just talking, but we are practicing good government. These extraordinary leaders are working up every day and they are rolling up their sleeves and making sure that they work on making sure that the citizens have a job in every home, fair access to housing, and fighting crime in our neighborhoods. And they are doing these things honestly and efficiently. And as the next coming premier of Gauteng, after the 8th, I will also come up every morning to make sure that I roll up my sleeve and put people of Johannesburg, put people of Ekurhuleni, put people of Tshwane, put people of Midval and the Greater Val, put the people of West Rand first, because the people of Gauteng deserve a leader and a government that will put them first instead of putting a party first. I can definitely feel the change that is coming, a change that you can believe in. The DA has the momentum. All of you who are here as activists and supporters are on a daily basis signing thousands of volunteers and members who are saying Relapile Sitikiwo onses Mukh We want change and we want it now. The anticipation, the excitement can be felt in all our suburbs, in our township, in our places of work, in our places of worship. People are saying, give me that blue t-shirt, give me that lapel earring, I'm ready to vote for change. And that's what we are going to give the people of South Africa, and indeed the people of Gauteng. For those of you who don't believe that change can happen, I only have one thing to say to you. Tia, Qina, Sterte, and give the DA one chance. If you don't do a better job than the current corrupt ANC, then please vote us out and make sure that you can vote somebody else next time. But I believe that you will find it very difficult to vote us out, because we will make sure that we deliver, and we will deliver speedily and for our people in a real, honest and efficient way. I feel change coming. I feel it coming, and it couldn't have come too soon. And I want to say to South Africa, on Wednesday you have an opportunity to vote for some of the same, or to vote for a new government that will ensure that they put you first. A government that will make sure that we get South Africa back on a track. I want to say, in closing, I want to say, if you are convicted of a crime and you are sentenced to life, after 25 years, you are eligible for parole. On the 27th of April, we were celebrating 25 years of democracy in South Africa. But to South Africa, release yourself from the shackles of poverty, release yourself from unemployment, release yourself from corruption, and vote for a government that will put you first. Amandla! Amandla!
Mr. Maimane, my name is Nonkululeko. I am writing you this letter to express my deepest pain. Every day, my son goes out to look for work, but he has not found a job yet. My daughter worked hard to get her diploma. She goes for interviews all the time, but she has not found a job yet. I think my son does these jobs to get money. It is hard for him to be a man and not be able to support his family. Please, Mr. Maimane, I know you are an honorable man, and I know you will hear us.
My fight is for those who struggle every day to make a living, who have been left out and forgotten. I will continue this mission in every community to make sure all South Africans have fair access to jobs.
forward! Forward! Forward, South Africa, forward! Forward! Democrats, it's time. It's time to fight corruption. It's time for fair access to jobs. It's time for honest professional police. It's time for secure borders. It's time for service to be delivered faster. It's time for change.
So, Let's go! 1, 2, 3! Pause! 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 Come on! Oh yeah! Pause! Come on! Oh yeah! Ese kuyo. Atulentele Maimane. Oh yeah! Ese kuyo. Pause! Pause! Ausikhokhele Maimane. Oh yeah! Ese kuyo. Thina sayisabale. Thina sayisabale ndawo.
Mmusi Maimane! Alimokasi aka mo Dobsonville, hey tada.
Hey tada.
Dumelang, sanbonani, khuyamore, molweni, assalamu alaikum, shalom, namaste, hola. Man, it's good to be home. My fellow South Africans, the words were written by Sankomota 3 days ago. Those words could have been written for us today. Sankomota ibuayare highway na Africa. Kale udutsi hai. Tsamaya. Oipatlela tsa bophelo. Tsoha o iketsetse. Vuga baba. Vuga, life has been passing you by. Follow your star. It's now or never. Tsoha o iketsetse. Amandla. Rise, Africa. Rise, South Africa. My fellow South Africans, rekopani mona mo Dobsonville, because we have a date with destiny. We have before a moment described so well by Winston Churchill when he said, there comes a moment in every nation where we are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and asked to do something great, something fitted to our talents. Democrats, I want to say this to you. This is our moment. This is our time. It is now or never. Let me begin by sending my deep condolences to all the families who lost their loved ones in the flood in KZN and parts of the Eastern Cape. It's always a genuine reminder of how close we are to the edge. And fellow South Africans, we can no longer ignore the effects and the red flags of climate change in South Africa any longer. But fellow Democrats, it is incredible to be here in Dobsonville with everyone that is here, because it reminds me how far this beautiful party has come. When you look around you, you can see there's an incredible energy. There is a momentum that is coming. It tells me always that the momentum is with us and we are ready to bring change. The DA is more bigger, it's much stronger, it's more diverse than ever before. We govern in more places. Amandla! But we are united here by a single mission. Yes, our mission is whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you are Indian, whether you are colored, we are here to build one South Africa for all. Amandla! Africa rona go fair. The DA is the only party that you will find all South Africans. Otartola everywhere. Whether you are in Durban or Motopsi, whether you are from Chatsworth or Carltonville, whether you are from Motherwell or to Mitchell's Plain, I want to tell you, we are young, we are black, we are white, we are old, we are Christians, we are Muslims, we are Jews, we are gay, we are straight, we are women, we are all South Africans. We are in villages, we are in farms, on the Samet Almal, ki Africa rona fair. You can go into any town, you'll find a DA person.
Because we're turning this country blue. The future of this country is blue. And I want to say this to you, to every single one of you, to all the activists who are here, to all the volunteers, to all the advocates for change, to our professional staff members, to all our public reps, to all the premier candidates, to all Team One South Africa for One's members, I want to say to all the mayors, to the premier, I want to say thank you. Thank you for the thousands of men and women who put on their blue t-shirts every day. And to all our professional staff, you are showing the bravery that tells me you are challenging the status quo. You're proving our opponents and you are proving the pollsters wrong. And I'm here to tell you, on Wednesday and Thursday, people are going to be like, oh, it is Bonisile, Uguti Peto Hoyeta, South Africa, Amanda. I want to thank you. You are the reason. We are, in fact, every person who wakes up in a DA government is because of your hard work. You're the reason we're going to bring change to the North Cape. Vast immense one in North Cape. Yes. You are the reason we're going to bring change in Gauteng. You are the reason we're going to make sure we retain the Western Cape with an increased majority. You are the reason we're going to show the ANC for a 2.8. South Africa is ready for change. I thank you. And I want you to know, many years from now, generations will thank you and our country thank you. But it would be amiss of me. I want to thank my own family. They pay the price for the long distances, the road, and they are here today. What KG, what Daniel, and my wife. I also want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the protection. And fellow South Africans, on Wednesday we have an appointment with history. An appointment that we must honor because there's just too much at stake. It's a moment that comes around every 5 years, where citizens are called upon to do something great. And I know South Africans, when I speak to them wherever they are, we are all worried about tomorrow. All of us. It doesn't matter whether you are black, whether you are white, whether you are young, whether you are old, you are worried what tomorrow will bring. You are worried, our country, what we are living in. Ingati one day kuzobanzima kuba worse like South Africa. Too many people are worried for their own safety. It would feel, as a nation, we worry the most and we are concerned about tomorrow. I want to say to you, I share your worries. South Africa imomatate. Remokotsi. We need now, in this moment, we know many of us are disappointed. We are disappointed because we feel let down. We feel like, those who are meant to deliver and protect our freedoms have let us down more than ever before. You can't help but feel. Sometimes, for that generation of South Africans who paid so many sacrifices for our freedom today, who fought the struggle, I wonder by Kutwayang, Habasheba South Africa Kajeko, Kiabona Libona by Botsa Hore, Bauviza Chelete, they stole over 1.2 trillion rand. I'm sure those who fought for the struggle of this country are looking at this looting and are saying, aye, it was not worth it because Magini Zoti. My fellow citizens, How do we live in a country when others are able to drive VIP vehicles? Just think exactly how different South Africa could have looked today had they not looted because of their greed. Just think about the children who go to school hungry. Have you ever been to school hungry? Do you know what it's like to sit in a classroom when your teachers are looking at you and you are not sure whether there will be a teacher in that classroom or whether that union will make sure the teachers stay away from the classes of our children? Just think about our young people who are dropping out of school because they simply, when our girls can't even afford sanitary towels, you know South Africa is not delivering the future for all our people that we were promised. It truly pains me when I think after 12 years of schooling, many of our children will have very little to show for it. Half of them won't even get to matric. Their future has been stolen. I want you to think about the 57 South Africans who are murdered every single day in this country. I want you to think about those farmers and farm workers who are brutally killed. I want you to think about the 110 women who will report that they've been raped. And those are the ones who actually go to the police station to report the crime. It feels like most South Africa, the prisoners are the citizens. They are the ones who are locking themselves up at home. Marditsotsi are walking around freely, but relaxed. I want you to think about abo mama nabantwana mabaya esibhedlela batshela ukuthi mabalale phansi. Abanye baya emakliniki bafika ngo-4 abazi ukuthi bazobona udoctor. I want you to think, I want to tell you something. I know family members who are disabled, and I know what it would have been like if one of them would have ended up life as one of the 144 mentally ill patients that was killed by this government. I want you to think about those who marched Komarikana and were killed at the hands of a government they thought they'd elected to free them, not to put them 6 feet underground. I want you to think about the men and women in our towns and our villages that simply cannot find a job. They are today over 10 million, and that number is growing up. I want you to think about the homes where because the people are only dependent on without a single income. They've got nothing to eat because at the end of the money, there's still a lot more months left. 4 out of every 10 homes in our country live like this. I've been to too many provinces. I've seen it. I've seen it in the corners. I've witnessed some of the best of our country on one side, and I've seen some of the worst. I've met incredible people who are committed to running businesses and are doing well, but I've also seen the despair that poverty brings. And I know I saw this in far too many places. Laat ek vir jou iets laat vertel. Eendag was ek in Douglas in die Noord-Kaap en ek sit met arme mense. I met a woman who was so hungry. I wasn't sure when last she ate and I wasn't sure when was her next meal. And I'm here to tell you that the DA is here because if we don't bring change to this country, that woman will continue to be hungry. My people, my fellow South Africans, too many of our people are living in poverty. Over 50% of our citizens are going to bed hungry. This is simply not good enough. We are living on borrowed time and borrowed money. And what you know about things that are borrowed is that they eventually run out. We will one day run out of diesel. They are putting diesel delayed. It's not fair diesel. After the 80s, it's not well load shedding. And I want to tell you, South Africa, we are borrowing so much money that if we carry on growing at 0.8%, we're going to run out of money. What's getting worse is that life is getting hard for our citizens. I don't know about you, but VAT is going up. When you look at fuel, hey, ba utlwitse komkeke ke ra gore le petrol ya khupuga ke ra re kenye diesel re fokotse petrol. Bagaitso, I want to tell you we are in deep trouble. It would be wrong of me not to warn you before the 8th of May, because I'm tired of saying your side of the boat is leaking. All of us are drowning. Fellow South Africans, what makes me even more angry is that the people we elected to lead us ended up looting from us. And what's most offensive, they steal from the poor, but then about Nelson Mandela. They stole the money that was made to make life easier for our vulnerable citizens by Kenya Moripatle Sabo. The ANC were once leaders in the struggle for freedom, but today they are the ones who are standing directly in the way of the freedoms for millions of South Africans. They were once a movement, but I'm here to tell you, but today they are a monument, a relic of the past. They were once our liberators, but today we need to liberate ourselves from the liberators. My fellow South Africans, what's worse is that today they've even performed a magic trick. They've elected a leader who wants us to believe he only arrived today. He's only arrived to save us. In fact, it's so bad that he's shocked at everything he sees. I am here to say it's not time for a shock. He was there as deputy president when things were being stolen. He was there when Jacob Zuma and the Guptas, and he protected them with his vote, and he protected them. His name will be in the record of history saying you were responsible when our people were being looted. He is the same man who never took action against people in his own party who were killing people in Life Isitimeni. This is the same man who, when the miners were marching, he said, take concomitant action. The following day, we were picking up miners buried on the ground because of the force of the police. This is the same man who watched Eskom Prasa ibulaiwa while he was responsible of in fact fixing them. This is the same man who took a bribe from Bosasa and allowed his money to be stolen through Bosasa. Him and all of his friends have been working together. And what's worse, now he has a simple agenda. He wants to nationalize everything. Healthcare, the Reserve Bank, people's pension. Baslege. They are now even organizing themselves in a new coalition and they are offering each other cabinet posts. I'm here to tell you, if you vote for that guy, you are voting for corruption and a merger with the other people. We are seeing it. He is no savior. He is not going to help our country. He was part of the problem, and I'm here to tell you, for these past 25 years, he has watched and presided over it, and now he tells the people, yes, we did steal. Please forgive us. Lend us another 5 years so we can steal some more. I am here to say the shock you discovered when you were in trade is a shock you are about to experience on the 8th of May. Amandla! Fellow South Africans, we have a choice. This is that moment. We can either choose 5 more years of corruption and empty promises, or we can choose change. I don't know about you, but I'm choosing change. I'm here to tell you that I'm making a choice between yesterday and tomorrow. I am here to pick a future where every person in this country will know what freedom looks like. I am here to tell you, only the DA can put a job in every home so that our people know what the dignity of a job is. Because when you have a job, you can put food on the table. You can choose where your kid's gonna go. And I'm here to say, the only way we can make this choice is if we bring about change. And I don't know about you, I am choosing change. Amandla! We need change. And we need it now. But fellow South Africans, I'm here to tell you, here's the thing about change. Change is never easy. Sometimes it feels uncomfortable. Sometimes it can be scary. Change requires that we leave behind everything we've become used to and step into a place we've never been before and step into a road less traveled. And I am here to tell you that this is that moment. We are told that those who want power that we must fear change. Because if things change, it will paralyze our country. They lie to people, they say coalitions don't work. They say we mustn't trust each other because we are from different races or religion. They say the problem with this country is that race or that race. They want us to fear each other so that they keep things as they are. But I want to tell you, fellow South Africans, we are not listening to them. We are rejecting that. We're going to stand strong. We're going to stand united. We're going to charter a new way forward, a new way of hope, a new future as South Africa for. I'm here to tell you, today the choice is between fear and bravery. And if South Africans were not brave, I bet you apartheid would still be in place. But that's not South Africa. We are brave, and instead we're going to show courage and hope for change in this election. Our moment is right here, right now. And as Maya Angelou once said, that we delight in the beauty of a butterfly, but rarely admit the changes it has gone through to achieve that beauty. Bagaitsu, if we want to undergo our own transformation as a country, so we build something better, something more beautiful, then we need to prepare ourselves for change. I want to tell you, change is normal. It's a necessary part of democracy. I told the people on the way, I said, I've never seen a baby change its own nappy. And I'm here to tell you that those other ones have got nappies that need to be changed, and only the DA can bring that change. I want to tell you, We are no longer in South Africa of 1994. Our country has changed. Some parties and all parties have changed. Some have changed for the better, and this is what I see before me. And some, they've changed for the worse. I'm really proud of the DA. I'm proud that you're a party that has grown every single election, and you have grown up in every election for the last 25 years, and we're going to continue to grow. We went from a small party of opposition to a party of government. We've grown from 1.7% in 94. Today we govern for 16 million people. We govern in more metros. And after the 2016 elections, people trusted us with government, and we're bringing a new brand of clean, of honest government. I want to tell you, we've changed to become a party that reflects all South Africans, and we show the incredible diversity of the country. It doesn't matter what ward you are in. It doesn't matter what street you are in. You are bound to find somebody who is saying, I am DA, and I'm fighting for the rights of all South Africans. I'm telling you, people of this country, you will find us at the heart of coalition governments as we build a strong center for South Africa, free from the divisions of the past. The DA is the party that represents the future of this nation. We may not be perfect. I'm not saying to you the party is perfect, but I'm here to tell you we are honest, and we have a plan that will completely reform this country, that will fix this country. Man, oh man. I want to tell you, you know, they are even writing reports saying of the best municipalities in the country, 15 of them out of the 20 are run by the DA. Of the worst 20 municipalities, all of them are run by the Tsotis from the other side. I want to tell you, I want to bring change to this country. This is the change I want to see. This is the hope I hold on to. I want to reform our politics so that one day we can work together into one goal, instead of retreating back into our separate corners. Daar sulke partye wat se wit mense hierdie kant en swart mense daardie kant. Ek sê vir almal vir hulle, dit klink soos apartheid. Ons soek een nasie, een Suid-Afrika. Afrika rona kaofela. Amandla. If the rights of the minorities are going to be protected, they are going to be protected by the majorities. Because our project is no longer about freedom fighting. It is about freedom protecting and enhancing. I want to reform our economy so that we can break down the walls between the insiders and the outsiders. I want every home in this country to at least have one job. That way, all South Africans will have the dignity of an income, and they will know to put food on the table. I know people say to me, why one job? I don't want to lie to you and say everybody's going to work immediately, but let's start with one. Because if one person in the home has a job, dignity can return to that house. I don't want young people who become pensioners. Again, on this government says young people finish school, even with a degree, go stay at home, be a pensioner, and get a child grant. I'm here to say no. Let's put a national civilian program where for 1 year young people can work and get an internship program. I'm here to tell you, I want a government that works. I want a government that's efficient, that's honest. Because I'm telling you today, the day President Maimane in South Africa, I'm going to cut this cabinet, make it much smaller, and make sure that SOEs will not bankrupt us. We are going to sell these SOEs so that we stop giving them money. Let's take the money and give it to the people and make sure a child grant goes from 400 to 800 at least. Bagaethu, I want our provinces to have more power. I want our provinces to run the police. I want our provinces to run the trains so that people can know when you get on a train and a bus and a taxi, you've got one card that gives you access to all, and the trains can run on time and our economy can run on time. I want it to be local because local is lekker. When we get into government, I'm going to make sure that it's a new day for small businesses. But more than anything, I want to reform our society. Fellow South Africans, it pains me when I go on social media, kibona banna babetsa bomme. Tabeu is wrong. It's wrong. You see, I want our people to live closer to work opportunities, and so that we can break down the migrant labor system so that families can stay together and we can build a foundation ya society sa rona. I am a father of a young girl, and I want for all the girls in our country to know they will finish school. I want our sisters to be able to go home and know they are safe from abuse. I want all of those who live with HIV and AIDS to know they're going to get medicine so that we get a universal health access. I want child grants to increase so that there'll be food on the table and our people will know what hope is. Let's sell Brentirian. Let's sell the cabinet. Let's put money in the hands of our people. Amandla! I'm telling you now, when the DA comes in, we're going to cut the fuel levy so that we can help our economy and make sure our people can drive around knowing they've got money to spend. This is what this country will look like under a DA government. And I'm ready to say we are the government in waiting. I am ready to say we are ready to deliver this. We have grown. We are not teenagers. We are not Bamafigi Zolo. We are a party of government and we are ready to fulfill this role. I'm here to tell you the DA has changed. It has changed for the better and our future is together. But my people, we're going to need to be brave. This is not to be fearful. Fear tells you to say, let me stick with what I know. But we're going to need to be brave. We're going to need to do something we've never done before. And I want to tell you, sometimes being brave doesn't pay off immediately. But over a long period of time, generations will thank you. Let me take one hero in South Africa. Caster Semenya is showing our people that she's brave. That even though they've put her to all kinds of humiliation, all kinds of suffering, she's remained strong. And I want to tell you, one day in 20 years to come, we won't be discussing the IWAF. All we'll be saying, there was a Caster Semenya who ran a race, was brave, and now today, girls and women are able to run the same race thanks to her bravery. Our history is full of brave people who've paved the way for many others. I'm grateful for people like Helen Suzman. When everybody was saying to her, we are against you, but she was the lone voice in parliament and stood against all odds. I'm sure she was ridiculed, but she stood strong. I'm proud of Rosa Parks, who had the bus in Alabama in 64 years. She stood up, and that changed American society forever. I want to tell you, it takes guts to be one of the first ones to stand up. I know many of you are in families where people are saying, we will vote for what we know. But I'm here, you can be that brave one who stands up and who knows what I'm talking about. You can say to yourself, we're not going to weaken our resolve. We're going to stand tall, and we're going to let the world know we care about our country, and we're going to choose change. We're not going to be guided by a fear that makes us stick to what we know. We're going to be guided by a hope for a better tomorrow. My fellow South Africans, my hope is in this country, and our only hope lies with the DA. Forward, DA, forward. And I'm here to tell you, by choosing the DA, I don't expect your loyalty for life. I'm not even asking you to like me. You don't have to like me. I and this team that is here is capable to take this country forward for the next 5 years. And I'm telling you, we're going to do it in 5 years. It's not, after 5 years, when you get there, judge us, you will see. If we do our job, lend us your vote for the next 5 years. If we don't, I will give you permission. Vote, but vote. Fire us. But I'm here to say to you, your only government that's not involved, Libo Sasa, Libo VBS, the government ya DA. Your vote is your power. You gotta use it, and you gotta use it right. Your vote is not simply to express your race. Your vote is to simply say, you're not there to express your race only, your religion, your culture. You are here to say, you want a country, you want a future for your children. Your vote is here to say, I'm sick and tired of the abuse of the past. I want to stand for this party. Bagaetso, ke kopa le nkutlweleng. A re shebeng bana ba rona. Ba tlo re botsa one day. Le ditseng ka freedom ya lona. Ba re kopa ba ra le nne brave. Ba re kopa ba ra re kgetheng phetogo. I'm here to offer you a contract. This is the contract. And I'm asking for your vote in exchange. But I'm telling you, this is what the DA government is going to do. We are going to put an end to the corruption that has ruined our country and betrayed our people. Anyone who is corrupt, watrongong for 15 years. Don't send them to parliament, send them to jail. I'm here to say to you, we will put our country back onto a path of growth. Not 1% or 1.5, but proper, sustained growth that will bring millions of jobs and put a job in every home. We're going to cut the size of the cabinet by half. Trim away all these luxuries that the ANC government has become too used to so we can increase the child grant. Matsatsi a bone gore ba nne jaaka dikgosi a fedile ke batho ba rona yanong ba batla o bonang bogosi bonna yang. I'm going to change our police so that our police are honest, they are professional, they are well trained, they are highly motivated, and they have the cars to fight the crime. People will be safe in their streets, and tsotis will end up in prison. I'm going to defend the Constitution so that against anyone who seeks to destroy it. I want our people to own homes, to have title to their own homes, to have the right. And the Constitution says, let's do it now. We don't need to change the Constitution. We can do it today. And Joburg, Tshwane, Western Cape are already doing it. More people own homes, they own land, they own title, all within this Constitution. We're going to respect the rule of law. That means one rule for everybody. I don't care if you're the president. I don't care if you're the president's son. I don't care if you're Tutuzano or Andile. I don't care. If you commit a crime, you can throw too. Unlike this government, if you are corrupt, you go to prison, not to parliament.
Yes!
And I want to say to young people, Amanda, young people, Amanda! I want to make sure young people will have a future in this country that they can fight for. It means we got to fix our education. We got to fight drugs. We got to fight gangs. We got to open every possible door for them. And I want to tell you, we will never ever divide the people of this country on this race. We will never return to the days of us versus them. We will build a South Africa that is inclusive, that is united, that is strong. This is my contract to you. But in return, I need your vote. My fellow South Africans, this is not a popularity contest. This is not about who looks like what and whether you like this person. I'm not asking you to marry me. I'm asking you to merely employ a government with a proven track record. I'm asking you, I'm up for the task. South Africa is complicated. If it's too difficult, I want to say to you, this is the only party that is going to prove that South Africa can work for all. But let us first prove it on Wednesday when we remove this government and put a job in every home. I'm here to tell you, we can do it, we will do it, and trust us with your vote. Amanda! I know we can. I know we can turn South Africa around. I know we can put a government that will implement our policies. I know without fail that DA governments in towns, in metros, have proven that we're the only party that actually gets things done. We're the only party that brings real change to the people's lives. We're the only party that is building a capable and an honest government. And we're the only party that is going to put a job in every home. That's all that matters when you go to vote on Wednesday. We have to choose hope. We have to be brave. We have to vote for our hopes, not our past. And I know it's going to be hard, but it is possible. I was once in that position before. But when I look back at the choice I made, it was the best choice I made to put the DA in power. We stand on the shoulders of those who turned against liberation movements and chose change. I want to say, and I want to ask everybody, come. I read a quote the other day that says, great things never come from your comfort zone. South Africa, this is our moment to step out of our comfort zone. We're going to look to the future now. And on Wednesday, we're going to make a brave choice on Wednesday. We want to think about our children when we vote on Wednesday. But above all, we're going to be brave and brave for our people. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy, but I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. Let us remove this government in Gauteng. Let us remove this government in the Northern Cape. And I want to tell you, we can nationally move this government if everybody turns out to vote for change. Let us write a new chapter of our future. Let us use our democracy for what it was meant to do. Punish the corrupt and reward a party that is working for all. Let us be brave and give change a chance. We all must turn out. And I'm asking South Africans, Arieng, Sankomota wonders. They said, Uduzu putile matsoho, Africa, hi, Oroshebilen tota mahala. You are going to wait forever. Oshebile bana ba bang ba sebetsa. Arieme, we can't go home. Ripute matsoho. This is our moment, South Africa. This is a chance where we can stand with hope. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our beautiful land. Amurena, Abulukes Chavasayesu, Gosi, Figeleli Africa, Hot, Sien, South Africa. Let's live for freedom. Kialebucha, Mudimujo, Amanta. Amanta. Mama iyo.
We've been talking to old people, young people. We've been talking to business people, both formal and informal. People are concerned about levels of crime. People are concerned about unemployment rates that seems to be rising and rising instead of coming down. I've just spoken to a lady across the road who's saying that she's got 3 kids. None of her kids are working. We now need to ensure that going forward, we find permanent solution towards problems of crime, towards problem of unemployment, especially employment amongst young people. You know, as a leader, you should be able to listen to people, but not only listen, but you're able to then put into practice what the people are saying. And this is why we are here. We're here to listen to what people are saying.
'94 was a great moment in our country's history. We were united, we had hope, we all shared the same dream of one South Africa for all. That dream has been hijacked, corrupted and sold out by the power-hungry and corrupt. They divide us with anger and hate. Corruption is killing our country. Those who have betrayed the struggle are the ones in power who have made themselves rich while the poor go hungry. This is not what we were promised. More empty promises, more unemployment. For 25 years we have waited. We are moving backwards. The choice before us is simple. Either we make a change and move forward, or our dream dies. Only you have the power to bring change.